So you're thinking about buying a home in 2023. I'm proud of you, by the way. It's a big step, but you just don't know where to begin. Well, I got your back. In this video, we will go over all the steps required in buying a home. More importantly, what mistakes to avoid when buying a home that will save you thousands of dollars. Stay tuned. Let's dive right into it. So the first and most important step in ensuring that you have a stress-free home buying journey is obtaining your pre-approval. A pre-approval is when a mortgage company reviews your annual income, annual expenses, cash savings, full credit report, and approves you for a certain purchase price based off of those figures. This part of the process is crucial for two reasons. First off, it helps you understand your numbers, which is a very important part in buying a home to ensure that you don't overstretch yourself. And then based off of those numbers, you can narrow down which geographical areas will offer the best value for you and begin to start your real estate journey from there. Secondly, when you have obtained a pre-approval and you have that pre-approval letter, you can then use that when negotiating with the seller to get the upper hand on the negotiation table. Every seller wants two things: the best purchase price or the most qualified buyer. And if you are one of them, the most qualified buyer, you can then negotiate the purchase price to be more in your favor. The pre-approval itself usually takes about 2 to 5 business days depending on the lender. It could be longer or shorter depending on the lender or broker. And here is the list of all the documents they will ask you for so you can prepare in advance. Employment letter, 2 years T4 or NOA. 3 pay stubs, proof of down payment, your current debt amounts, and then finally your full credit report. The next step in buying a home in 2023 is to then determine your home buying criteria. Now that you are familiar with your budget, it's very easy to narrow down home buying criteria. Here are a few factors I recommend you look into. Location, the square foot above ground, the age of the home, the style of the home. In terms of location, I want you to look at the obvious. Which location do you like? Which location do you have more relatives? And which location is closer to your workplace? In addition to those factors, here's a few more aspects and factors to consider. The schools, the average income, the rent versus own ratio, the average age of the people living in that community. As for age, consider the following. The older homes have more charm, bigger lot, older finishes, better floor plans. Newer homes have smaller lot sizes, updated and trendy finishes, open concept layout, higher ceiling height, and usually they're brand new areas. In terms of the style of the home, consider the following. Condo townhouse, townhouse with P-O-tel, townhome with potel fees, freehold townhome, semi-detached home, detached home, single car garage, detached home, double car garage, bungalow, 3-story homes. Once you have completed that homework, it is time to dive deeper to figure out what are your wants and what are your needs. For example, I totally understand that you want the best of the best homes. You want pot lights everywhere. You want upgraded light fixtures everywhere. You want 10-foot ceiling heights. You want granite countertop. You want hardwood flooring. But do you need all of that? Maybe you need an additional bedroom to have a nursery at home or a work from home office space. Maybe you need a separate entrance so then in the future you can make your basement rentable if need be. Maybe you need a powder room on the main floor so you don't have to rush upstairs. Maybe you need a bungalow so you don't have any stairs at all. This is a very important part of the process. So then when you begin looking at homes, you're not confused, you're mentally ready as to what you need. And once all those things are checked off, you can focus on what you like and try to find the combination of both. The next step in buying a home in 2023 is choosing your real estate professional. Hiring a real estate professional to represent you in the purchase of your home in Ontario is completely complimentary to you. You, as a purchaser, do not pay a realty fee. The fee is covered by the seller in most cases. The realtor's fiduciary duty is to represent your best interest in this purchase, to help you locate the best deal, to help you identify any issues, and so much more. Now, the duration from when you first talk to a realtor and then when you close on your home and you move into your home, that journey could be anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So I highly recommend that you choose wisely. And to help you figure out how to choose the best real estate professional, here are a few questions you can ask or things you can do for research. Is a realtor part-time or full-time? Roughly how many years of experience does that professional have? How many families have you represented every single year? Conduct an online search. Do they have an online resume? Do they have social media profiles? And more importantly, look for their Google reviews. And lastly, will that realtor help me themselves, or will they be delegating me to a team member? To obtain these answers, I highly recommend that you interview your agent. It is very normal for me to get a call from a buyer or a family and say, hey, I'm thinking about buying a home and I'm looking for a realtor, but I want to interview you first. Now, if that realtor is prepared, they probably already have a presentation. We do. We have a presentation for about 30 minutes. We go over all our data, all our stats, all the families we represented, how much money we helped them save, etc., etc. We have all our reviews on our Google profile, but we also give our clients a list of past clients that we have worked with, and we leave it to the buyer to call them if they wanted to get a real testimonial and feedback. The next step in buying a home, and the fun part, is now doing showings or going home shopping. Prior to every showing, I do research on the subject property and the nearby area, the age of the property, the duration of the current owners living there, the age of the maintenance items, any major upgrades, any major issues that should be attended to right away, the amenities, the schools, and its ratings. I present this info to my clients at the showing, and then I allow them privacy to browse through the home and chat with their partner to see if it makes sense for them. During that time, I look for any notary issues like water leak stains, cracked tiles, window leak, appliances that are damaged, ventilation errors, and so much more. I then take notes during these viewings and I send it to my clients as a reference point after the day has been done. On average, I recommend you look at no more than 4 to 8 homes in one going. Some realtors won't even show you more than 5 homes, and the reason for that is by the time you've touched your 5th and 6th home, you forget whether or not you like the first one and what you saw in the first and 2nd home. The next step in buying a home in 2023 is now to make an offer. So putting an offer on a home, putting pen to paper is the real deal. When the offer is accepted, you are contractually and legally bound to close on that home no matter what happens. That is why we advise you to begin with your pre-approval and research process first to make sure everything is ready for you to put an offer on a property. With the help of your realtor, go over comparable data to figure out where the market value stands for that home, the fair market value. And then from there, decide how much you want to pay for the home. Maybe you want to pay a little bit more to beat out all the competition and multiple offers, or maybe you want to pay a little bit less to get a really good deal. That's totally at your discretion. Additionally, ask your realtor, consult with them as to what clauses should be added to protect you legally in the contract. So we usually present our clients with about 3 to 4 pages of legal clauses that they could add. It is vital to note that you don't want to saturate your offer with clauses. You want to add clauses that actually are applicable and make sense to have in your scenario. And lastly, the closing. Congratulations, you made it. The closing day is when the title transfers to your home. You are given the key, the funds are transferred to the seller through the lawyer, and now you have become a homeowner. Prior to closing, it is vital to have a few things done. You want to call the utilities company, you want to call your insurance company, and you want to meet with your lawyer to go over everything required and sign the final documents. I always recommend that before you guys move in or right after you move in, you get a professional cleaning done of the home, or you clean it yourself, and then maybe if need be, get some duct cleaning done as well, especially if the home was renovated prior to going on the market. So folks, there you have it, how to buy a home in 2023. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like icon. That helps me tremendously in understanding what type of content you guys like, and I'll create more of it. And to ensure that you don't miss any of my future content, hit the subscribe icon as well. Now, every single week we have windows open in our schedule to allow for complimentary complimentary home buying consultations for you guys. If you're thinking about buying a home and you want catered advice to your specific situation, and most importantly, you want me to help you understand what mistakes to avoid when buying a home, the link to book that call with us is in the description below, and either myself or a member of my team will get back to you as soon as possible. We'll see you in the next video. Signing out, Moaeez Rehman.